Welcome to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching. Coming up in the next half hour, we are in the midst of tax season, and a county program helps residents file federal and state taxes for free. Plus, a former U.S. Secretary of Education visits Montgomery College. And later, Montgomery Parks is looking for county residents' input to pinpoint locations for a dog park. We'll tell you how you can participate. But first, pay equity is a method of eliminating gender and race discrimination when establishing and maintaining wages. And a new bill introduced by Councilmember Evan Glass aims to be a first step in eliminating gender pay discrepancies for prospective county employees. Susan Kennedy has the story.
In most parts of the country, employers are allowed to ask prospective employees about their salary history. But a new bill introduced by Councilmember Evan Glass aims to eliminate this practice and narrow the racial and gender pay gap it fosters.
I think it's fitting today with the celebration of Women's History Month. I'm proud to introduce the Montgomery County Pay Equity Act.
The measure was crafted while Glass was in the midst of hiring his staff.
I realized that the HR policies were asking my staff, my potential staff members, for their salary history to justify the salary that we were providing. And it struck me as odd because I know that if you rely on previous pay, you're only perpetuating the income gap that already exists.
The Montgomery County Pay Equity Act would prohibit the county from relying on an applicant's salary history in determining a starting salary.
When a worker is shortchanged $100 or a few thousands of dollars year after year, that missing pay gap can become large enough to pay for a child's college tuition.
Studies show the gender pay gap starts early in a career and carries from job to job. On average, women earn 79 cents for every dollar of their male counterparts, and for African American and Latina women, it's even less. One example in the county's Office of Health and Human Services, one male manager makes significantly more than 12 of his female coworkers who have the same job classification. And the gender pay gap exists throughout other county agencies.
I work for Montgomery County Department of Corrections. I've been with the county for 16 years. As a woman of color, especially in a profession not traditionally chosen by women, I know that prejudice can take a lot of different forms, but the prejudice of pay discrimination does not have to be part of the workforce.
Glass's bill is co-sponsored by all 8 of his colleagues and also has the support of County Executive Mark Elrich. He says he hopes this will be the first step in moving Montgomery County closer to eliminating gender pay discrepancies.
Who would have thought here in 2019 in progressive Montgomery County we would be dealing with this issue of pay equity? But here we are. This piece of legislation has support from all the major labor organizations here in Montgomery County, from women's rights organizations.
We are tremendously grateful to Councilmember Evan Glass for championing this bill.
And we are in line with the state of New Jersey and the city of Chicago, 2 of the largest organizations that forbid the practice of looking at pay history for their government employees.
A public hearing on the bill is scheduled for later this month. Reporting from Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
The Maryland Black Chamber of Commerce sat down with my MC Media's Jordan Lindsay to share their future plans. Here's the story.
The Maryland Black Chamber of Commerce is really an ecosystem of entrepreneurs, individuals who support through government, as well as strategic partners who are really motivated in enabling Black businesses to grow within the state of Maryland.
Darisha Moorer is a board member with the Maryland Black Chamber of Commerce. She says the organization has grown significantly the past couple of years. So far, MBCC has about 150 members.
The organization was founded in 2015, and we're a volunteer-led and driven organization. From our board members to our committee members, everyone is in it together. It really is a family and a community of people who are wanting to see Black businesses thrive. We have representation in 4 counties, so Montgomery County, Baltimore City, Frederick, as well as Prince George's. So we are growing, we are expanding, and we're really seeing the need for a consolidated program, very specialized programming. So we're looking for strategic partners, we're looking for sponsorship.
In the future, the organization has plans on expanding even more.
The Chamber has been here for 5 years now, and we are constantly looking for ways to grow, to support, and engage our Black-owned businesses. So if there is an organization who has a particular affinity for supporting us, whether that's through programming, whether that's through sponsorship, we are open to that partnership. We are not claiming to have all the resources and the solutions, but we're looking to that ecosystem to be of support.
Reporting in Chevy Chase, Jordan Lindsay for County Report This Week.
This week on the county's Spanish language radio show, we talked about the VITA program. This is a free tax preparation service for county residents offered by the Department of Health and Human Services. If you earned $55,000 or less last year and you reside in Montgomery County, you are eligible to get your tax returns done for free.
Who qualifies is you must be a Montgomery County resident. You must make less than $55,000. Our locations are Mondays we're in Gaithersburg, Tuesdays we're in Tacoma Park, Wednesdays we're in Rockville, Thursdays we are in East County, and Fridays we are in Wheaton. And we're running the program till April 15th.
The free service will be available until April 15th at various locations throughout the county, from Gaithersburg and Germantown to Rockville and Wheaton. For more information, visit montgomerycountymd.gov/cashback or call 311 to schedule your appointment. Homeowners and renters with modest income may apply for a tax credit. If you own your home, have household income less than $60,000, and have assets about $200,000, you can request an application. Qualified homeowners age 65 and older receive a 50% larger tax credit due to a supplement provided by Montgomery County. If you're age 70 or older, you can file retroactively for the past 3 years. Also, if you rent in Montgomery County, you may qualify for a tax credit and receive a check. If your household income is less than $73,000 and you're either age 60 or older, 100% disabled, or under age 60 with children under age 18. Request an application by calling 1-800-944-7403 or learn more at the websites listed on your screen. Applications are due by September 1st. Coming up on County Report this week, e-bikes are becoming quite popular and there will be more of them in the county. And former Secretary of Education Arne Duncan visits Montgomery College. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC 311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Officials have plans on expanding e-bikes to more places throughout the county. My MC Media's Jordan Lindsay has more on that and the consideration of e-scooters as well.
You've probably seen some dockless e-bikes in various places throughout the area.
The county as a whole has offered the pilot so far in the downtown Silver Spring and surrounding residential areas, in the city of Tacoma Park, and then more recently in the North Bethesda planning area. So that's the White Flint and Grosvenor and Twin Brook areas and those surrounding residential areas.
However, transportation officials say now they're seeking letters of interest from vendors to test the expansion of the program countywide. And in addition, they want to test dockless e-scooters.
We haven't had e-scooters in the county yet, so we're offering the opportunity for vendors to send in letters of interest with regard to expanding our e-bike program and then offering, in addition, the e-scooters as shared vehicles. These are all shared vehicles, both the e-bikes and the e-scooters.
The goal is to make the county greener in many ways, including transportation.
This is a way for people to circulate, to get from point A to point B without using a single occupant vehicle, without using an automobile. It's also healthier and greener, environmentally friendly, promoting sustainability, and addressing some of the concerns with regard to climate change. Within the next several weeks, maybe a couple of months, it might take until all of these are able to be rolled out and actually people start seeing them in a lot of areas in the county. But right now, they can see e-bikes on the ground.
Reporting in Silver Spring, Jordan Lindsay for County Report This Week.
This may be the ultimate history tour about the civil rights movement. It's a bus tour that retraces the steps of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and other civil rights heroes. Joining us to tell us more about the tour is Jim Stowe. He's the director of the county's Office of Human Rights. Welcome, Jim, and tell us, what can people expect from this tour this year?
Well, I tell you what, first of all, thank you for allowing me to be here today and to share this with our community. We call this really the Maryland Civil Rights Education Freedom Experience because it clearly is an experience. This year, we're adding a very special feature. I'm so excited about this. Two persons are going to be going along with us from the civil rights movement. They're icons here in our community. Joan Mulholland, who was an actual freedom rider in the movement. She's going along with us this year. And also Willie King, a woman who was also involved with the movement there in Atlanta, Georgia for Dr. King, and served as his secretary and wrote, in this case actually typed, the letter from a Birmingham jail. So we're just so very, very excited about her being along with us. And so as we go from stop to stop along the way throughout the South, they'll be with us to tell us the inside stories about what happened when they were there themselves.
Jim, it really does sound amazing. Thanks for being here with us today. Again, the bus tour takes place from April 6th through the 14th. The cost of the trip and other info can be found at montgomerycountymd.gov/human rights. An online questionnaire is now available for community members to help shape the future of Rockville's boards and commissions. Craig Buchanan has the story.
You can help shape the future of Rockville's boards and commissions. An online questionnaire is now available for community members to voice their opinions about the current condition of the city's boards and commissions.
What we're doing now is we're reaching out not with surveys but questionnaires to board members, commission members, and to the community to see what they have to say, and we'll make changes based on what they have to say.
The Boards and Commissions Task Force is examining the effectiveness, necessity, structure, and membership definitions of each city board or commission. The public survey will help the task force determine if the city's boards and commissions are achieving their intended goals. Boards and commissions are made up of volunteers from the community who provide informed public viewpoints that help shape the city.
Rockville reaches out to its people, to the community, and uses these boards and commissions in some of the important areas of city government to advise the mayor and council.
For more information about the Boards and Commissions Task Force, head to rockvillemd.gov/BC Task Force. For County Report This Week, I'm Craig Buchanan.
The former U.S. Secretary of Education during President Obama's administration came to Montgomery College as a guest speaker on the college's Presidential Dialogue Series event.
Education is a top priority at Montgomery College, so when a national leader in education speaks, we listen. Arnie Duncan, former U.S. Secretary of Education under President Obama, sat down with Montgomery College's president, Darian Pollard, to talk about his book, How Schools Work, and his passion, courage, and radical inclusion.
So we were so privileged to have Arnie Duncan, and I think it was a wonderful set of circumstances that created it. One is that he had a book that came out recently, and we really tried to anchor the dialogue series this year around books where possible to really have the audience come in informed around the issue. Secondly, he has a deep spot, deep connection to community colleges and education, so it was a natural fit because we can't talk about the politics of radical inclusion without talking about education. So we were very happy to have him.
I just think community colleges are this, maybe unrecognized gem along the education continuum, and whether it's 18-year-olds or 38-year-olds or 58-year-olds coming back to retrain and retool, every community college I visit basically inspires me. It's like a baby UN. You have people from across the globe coming here to better themselves, to better their families, to live the American dream and sort of take that next step educationally and then career-wise. So whenever and however I can support community colleges, I love that opportunity.
If we as a college are able to make the investments in our students, that will help them when they go into the world of work, when they transfer. So for us, I think oftentimes we think about this work we do as very isolated in one sector. What we know for a fact is that we are truly an ecosystem and we're all dependent on each other.
I thought it was an excellent opportunity for my students to hear former Secretary of Education Arnie Duncan. We read the book in class. And students were prepared with questions, and it was just a wealth of information that was shared. Actually, we had a couple of students. We had a student in line, and she wasn't able to get her question out because of the number of people who wanted to participate and engage in dialogue with them.
For County Report this week, in Rockville, I'm Stan Jones.
Coming up on County Report this week, an MCPS teacher wins the Milken Award. We take you to his classroom. And ideas were abound at a recent student town hall at a local high school. Stay with us. County Report this week. We'll be right back.
We all know the stress of driving into downtown Silver Spring and the district, but thanks to Ride On,
I don't have to worry anymore.
Route 129 is a new limited stop bus route running both directions along the US 29 corridor, from Burtonsville Park and Ride to the Paul Serene Silver Spring Transit Center. There are even free, convenient park and ride lots along the route.
Now my commute is relaxing. Plus I'm helping get cars off the road, reducing congestion and my commute time.
Ride On. Get there faster.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Science has the Nobel Prize and sports has its Olympic gold. And for 40 teachers across the country, each year it's the Milken Award. This covered prize was recently awarded to one of Montgomery County Public Schools' finest. Susan Kennedy takes us to the classroom of Brian Quinn.
Also, you can put it on multiples. What are some multiples of 3?
It might seem like it's game time in Brian Quinn's 4th grade math class. But really, this award-winning teacher is increasing confidence and engagement with these students.
The Milken Educator Award goes to Brian Quinn!
Quinn recently received the coveted Milken Award for his creative teaching strategies. At an assembly in front of his peers and students, Quinn was recognized as one of the top 40 educators in the United States.
I walked in that morning and saw the cameras. It was our first assembly with this principal. So I thought, oh, he just does it big. This is amazing. Like, he goes all out. So I had really no idea what the award was until she started talking, and I was like, this is awesome, but I had no idea it was me.
This East Silver Spring elementary school teacher combines board and computer games and group work to get his students interested in a subject that can seem daunting. And it's a formula for success. 70% of his math students meet grade level proficiency.
I try to make everything into a game. The kids really love just to play, and so do I. It makes my job easier. So as much as I can to make it interesting for them and fun in a game, I think they lose focus that they're actually learning. And then so it makes them think we're just playing games, having fun, and the learning is kind of a trick that. Prime 10? All right, let's do one round of prime 10.
His interaction with them brought the room to life.
They're like, oh, can we do it? They came up with, they say, can we do it with prime numbers? So it's great. So they go in a circle, they say all the prime numbers. Go ahead, John Carlos.
2,
If someone misses one or says a wrong number, they sit.
Sit down.
Oh, she skipped. 19 is prime. You skipped 15. Start over.
And just keep going until we have a winner.
Still standing, line up for PE.
Quinn graduated from Salisbury University and has been teaching since 2006.
How do I make 17? What can you multiply to make 17? 1 times 17.
11 of those years have been spent at East Silver Spring Elementary.
You got 1, 2, 4, and 5.
He told us family members thought he'd be good at teaching, and when he visited his first classroom, he knew he'd found his calling.
I think every day is different. Like some days it might be they finally, after a week of struggling with something, if you see them, they go, aha, I get it. Some days it's when they come in and go, Mr. Quinn, I had a bad day, and they just talk to you about their whole life. And it's like, all right, I'm glad I could be there. I mean, every simple day is, what about it? It's new. Every day is new. Because you're the man?
Yeah, she loves it.
You can't complain about that job.
I know that people like you make our system better.
And recently, the County Council recognized Quinn for his achievement with a proclamation. He says it was at that moment he realized the magnitude of his accomplishment.
To be honest, I didn't really think about that until I was leaving the Montgomery County Council, and I was reading over the proclamation. I'm thinking, it's pretty big. Like I thought it was big and it was awesome to receive the award, but I guess it just never really hit me until I was leaving there, and I was like, this is really cool, and it's a great honor. I still don't even think I'm one of the best teachers here, let alone like to get nominated one out of the whole state of Maryland. So it was pretty amazing. Still very humbled. I don't think I deserve it, so please don't take it back. I hope they don't take it back.
The award came with a $25,000 cash prize, and in March he will travel to the Milken Educator Forum in New Orleans.
Put your journal inside your math folder.
Quinn says he has been offered the opportunity to take his career to the next level, but says for now he's staying in the classroom. Reporting from Silver Spring, I'm Susan Kennedy.
The Georgetown Hill Day School's Rockville location will be relocating. The building was damaged by a fire in January. MyMC Media's Jordan Lindsay has more details.
The Georgetown Hill Early School's Rockville location had a fire last month, and as you can see, there was a lot of damage. Since then, the school will be relocating to a nearby MCPS property.
The Board of Education meeting on February 25th, the board approved a request to provide the Georgetown Hill Early School with like a short-term lease.
That short-term lease, officials say, will be at 2 relocatable classrooms at College Gardens Elementary School.
Georgetown Hill Early School has been an MCPS partner for more than 40 years, and we know that this is a program that many families in our community utilize, and so by providing them with this space, they'll be able to continue providing the services that they do to Montgomery County families.
Montgomery Community Media reached out to Georgetown Hill Early School, and they did not want to comment. Reporting in Rockville, Jordan Lindsay for County Report This Week.
MCPS students and staff got together recently to exchange ideas and thoughts on several subjects. MCPS TV has the story.
So good evening to everyone and welcome on a Thursday evening. You could be anywhere, but you're here with us.
Academics and school culture were among the many topics discussed at Montgomery Blair High School, where the Board of Education hosted a student town hall meeting.
I believe that it's important both for students and central office staff members to be aware of the different issues that exist across schools in our county.
Many of the people in this room make the direct changes in our schools, and we have to ask the tough questions, but we're the biggest stakeholders.
Dozens of MCPS students got a chance to voice their concerns and hear about other issues important to their peers.
So equity and closing the opportunity gap are important issues to discuss. I believe that it doesn't make sense for any two students who may be fundamentally the same in intelligence or character to have different opportunities just based on factors like race or socioeconomic status.
Board members and administrators joined the discussion and took to heart what the students had to say.
We have phenomenal students here at MCPS. They are very much aware of the issues that they are facing, but they came with solutions. They came with recommendations for us. A lot of the recommendations they gave, we are already working on that.
I think it's phenomenal that we have this opportunity. I'm so grateful to be here, and I think it's important that we have more opportunities like this around the county.
Coming up on County Report this week, a dairy barn got funding to be transformed into a training facility for the Warrior Canine Connection. Plus, Montgomery Parks needs your help to find future dog park locations in Montgomery County. We'll tell you how you can participate on an ongoing survey. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going. Recycle more now.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. The 1938 dairy barn at the Warrior Canine Connection will be transformed into a new healing quarters, which will help more veterans. Here's the story.
The Warrior Canine Connection will soon help thousands more veterans thanks to a $265,000 donation from the Associated General Contractors of America.
To have a token, show a token of our amazing appreciation and gratitude for everything you've done to help support our mission. And giving you the Warrior Canine Connection Wag of the Tail Award. A very coveted award.
Love it. The donation will transform the 1938 dairy barn on the Warrior Canine Connection's property in Boyd's into a new healing quarters for service dogs training to serve vets.
So this barn was actually designed to help expand dairy production to support the war effort. And then after doing that, it spent a lot of time as actually a horse barn, and now it's coming full circle and once again be a place designed to support and help our veterans.
More service dogs will be bred in this new center. They'll undergo extensive training to help veterans heal from wounds, both visible and invisible.
Tommy's currently ranked captain. He probably has about 100 commands in his arsenal, including opening doors, getting my shoes, answering the telephone.
Mwah. Sandy Wilson, an Army military police veteran, said her dog has changed her family's life.
When we brought Barb home, she fit in really well with our family. And the nice part about it is we got to go out more, we got to meet more people.
When Wilson goes out, Barb is always the center of attention.
I walk into a room and it's not, "Hi, Sandy," anymore. It's, "Oh, hi, Barb," which we love because this is all about her.
All the dogs from Warrior Canine Connection have the utmost respect for their veteran owners.
Salute. That's it. Good job.
For County Report this week, I'm Deirdre Byrne.
Montgomery Parks has announced that Ellsworth Urban Dog Park will close temporarily for repairs beginning on March 11th. Parks staff will be replacing the mulch at the dog park. The work should be completed by the end of the month. For more information, visit Montgomery Parks online. Montgomery Parks needs your input to find future dog park locations in Montgomery County. The dog park site suitability study is now posted on the Montgomery Parks website. The study will help guide design and development of future dog parks in high-density areas of the county. And the study will serve as a reference tool for pop-up event planning as well as outline different types of dog facilities. For details, visit the Montgomery Parks website. Now it's time to meet our pet of the week. This week, we introduce you to Ninja. Ninja plays nice with other cats and even cat-friendly dogs. Ninja does have diabetes that is managed with daily insulin injections, which he is such a good boy for. His adoption fee and part of his post-adoption care has been sponsored, and he is more than ready to become your best friend. If you're interested in adopting Ninja, please call the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center at 240-773-5900 or visit them on the web at montgomerycountymd.gov. county.gov/ASD. And with that, we close this edition of County Report this week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.